Welcome to my DIY demo. I'm Crystal Garvin. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'm in my kitchen for this class. It's a little unusual. I'm not up in my office. And we had a power outage today, and our whole house generator is right through those windows behind me, and it's very loud. So I hope it's not too loud. Hope you can hear me okay. All these impromptu things we don't expect. We found out a power line's being replaced. So thankful that we have our whole house generator. It's wonderful for times like this, but it is kind of loud. Normally you wouldn't hear it because I'd be up in my office. But what I'm going to do today is show you how to make a handful of things. And I'm going to give away a few things at the end too. So stick around for that. I'm going to watch the time here, see how long it takes to make things. If it gets to be like over 45 minutes, I'm just going to stop wherever I'm at and I can just post recipes. You guys can figure out how to make stuff. But I really wanted to do this partly for some of our newer people who have joined our team or our customer group or are watching on YouTube, so that you can get some basics. So the first thing I'm gonna do is a roller. So the nice thing about rollers is you can order these glass roller balls. I get them on AromaTools. I know a lot of people like oillife.com. I get them at aromatools.com. You can get them on Amazon now, but I would just read the reviews. I've had some negative reviews about either the ball part not fitting on, and I really like the stainless steel ball. That's important. And sometimes they just don't fit well, or they're loose and they come off, and so that's annoying. You want good quality. You want to see that there are good reviews. That's one thing I would highly recommend. So something else I have that you do not have to have if you are just making a few of these now and then for yourself. When I've made hundreds at a time, this has been super helpful. So this little tool, it's very, very simple. Someone out there could probably make it very easily and not spend the money on it. But I got this at AromaTools also. And so you can put the smaller one, the 5 milliliter one, I think that's how it works, yeah, in that compartment. And then in here, you can put the 10. So I have a 10 milliliter, and I'm going to make a really popular blend that actually one of our group members, our team members, Susan Kelly, created. And I believe it was for her granddaughter that she was originally creating this to help with some focus issues and some calming issues, some anxious feelings, things like that that she was dealing with. So this recipe has been tried and true. People absolutely love it. It works really, really well. I'm going to angle this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing here. I should have brought one of my good lights in here. I think all my lights that I can turn on around me are on, so the light just is what it is. So I have that in there, and these are the oils that are in this blend. It works so well. It's super effective. So we've got Balance, Serenity, Copaiba or Copaiba, Vetiver, and Roman Chamomile. Okay. I'm glad Verna's on here because you know what, Verna, you're going to see a lot of Pampered Chef stuff that I've gotten from you over the years in this video. Lots and lots. Okay, so what you're going to start with, then the one reason I really like this tool is because I don't accidentally knock over the bottle when I'm filling it. That has happened, and you spill oil all over your surface, and you're really sad because, especially if you're more than one oil in, you're really sad, right? Because you spilled oil and then you don't even know exactly how much of which one, and such a waste, and you're scooping it off the counter like, no, I can still use this, putting it all over yourself, making your kids, it's like it's on the floor, come in here and wipe it up with your feet, right? Okay, so 6 drops of Balance. You'll notice that for the oils I use for DIY a lot, I have these dropper lids. You can also get those at AromaTools. I got mine actually at these ones from Amazon because I was in a hurry before a DIY class. Also that's for the 5 milliliter, sorry, the 10 milliliter I'm making needs 12 drops of Balance. That's 6 more there. So you can do half the amount for a 5 mil roller. 12 drops of Serenity. And this just makes it easy to count, and the drops come out more evenly than just pouring from the bottle. 5 drops of Copaiba. I usually say Copaiba because I'm not Portuguese. You can say Copaiba if you want to. 5 drops of vetiver. Vetiver is super thick, so this is really great to have a dropper on it to help vetiver come out easily. Because when you're trying to pour it from a bottle, it's like worse than molasses, just waiting. Nobody got time for that, right? 2 drops of Roman chamomile. Okay. And then you're going to top it with carrier oil. You can use jojoba or grapeseed. There's lots of different good carrier oils. Some people like almond. I use doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil. And these pumps you can get from doTERRA in the accessories also. You can also get these bottles, I forgot, from doTERRA, the 10 milliliter. You can't get the 5 milliliter yet. These brown ones actually did come from doTERRA. So yeah, we have more accessories available now, and I'm hoping they're going to continue adding more. So this makes it easy to fill a roller, as I'm just going to pump the coconut oil in there until it is level with this rim down here. I don't want to go above that because I need to have room to put the roller in. Put the roller on, and here's the magic of this little tool. I just press down, it goes right on. Now, if I didn't have this tool, I could use the palm of my hand and press, and it works fine. But like I said, this is helpful to have it hold in place. I have done this on the counter, and then when I'm putting the roller top on, knocked it over, and it's not all the way on, and oil spills. So this just saves me from all those issues, okay? So that is my liquid calm. So you're going to apply that to pressure points like wrists, temples, chest, forehead, base of the skull where the hairline is, it dips in right there, bottoms of the feet, really massage it in, and what's left on your hands, just cup and inhale, and you'll get those calming benefits right when you are stressed. A lot of people keep this by their bed for sleeping. I've had many customers tell me this blend is the thing that has helped them with sleep. And they are so thankful they will never be without it or those oils that go in it. So if lavender alone is not enough for you, consider this blend. I have some labels that I made in Canva, and I bought these waterproof rollerball labels on Amazon. And then I just put a little image on there in Canva. It's just a little oil drop, liquid calm. I'm going to give one of these away. I'll tell you how to earn that later. Put it back here for now. So that's one roller blend. It's a little bit more complicated. I probably should have started with the easier one. Okay, this one's really simple. Now, if you have digestive issues and you do not love DigestZen, but you know it works well and you want to use it, this will help you be able to use it. All right, so I think that this is right. Will this fit in there? No, it won't. This size bottle won't fit in there, so I'm gonna have to do the hand method on this one. So this is 5 milliliter. Angle this down again. And I'm going to do DigestZen and Wild Orange. Wild Orange really covers up some of the unpleasant smell of DigestZen if you don't like the fennel and anise, the kind of licorice smell. So that will help you to enjoy the smell better. For this 5 milliliter size, I'm just going to do 10 drops of DigestZen. Try not to knock the bottle over. And 5 drops of Wild Orange. Wild Orange is actually great for digestive issues also. You can drink citrus oils as well to help with digestive issues. Remember, there's no citric acid, there's no acid of any type, no vitamins, proteins, any of that left in the actual essential oils. So you don't have to worry about any acid in the citrus oils themselves. Okay. Then I will top that off with coconut oil. This is one of my favorite blends. It helps so quickly with digestive issues. I'm gonna come over here, press that top on with the palm of my hand, put that lid on, and I have my little tummy tamer, that's what I call it, stickers here. So you can just roll this right on over the abdomen area. You can also do the chest if you've got some reflux type issues. Bleep, delete that out. That was non-compliant. Shame on me, sorry. If you have uncomfortable digestive issues that sometimes feel like they're in your esophagus, I don't know how to say that. Digestive discomfort, anywhere from here to the lower abs, okay? And into the belly button actually really works well. Crazy enough little trick, right? But it works so fast. Putting this on topically, we rarely have to use anything internally for stomach issues, but we do use DigestZen and citrus oils internally too as needed. Terrazyme is amazing. Our probiotics are awesome. So we have a lot of digestive helps if it's something you deal with on a regular basis. But this simple little blend is great for on the go and just for those occasional digestive issues, I would say. I'm going to give this away too. All right, so my first 3 items I'm making, I'm actually going to give away. I'm going to make 2 of this next one because my husband needs one right now. And these are aroma inhalers. There are different types. These are the kind they carry on Aroma Tools. I got a different kind on Amazon and they're fine too. So you can look for these. It kind of is like the Vicks little inhalers that they used to make a long time ago. I've heard, I don't remember that. I think it was either when I was really little or before my time. But they come with these tubes. Okay, so you have wicks that you put inside there. And then you can add your oils. And this also is a time when I love having droppers on my oils for these inhalers. So this is what I usually do is about 10 drops of Breathe, 8 to 10, and then 4 or 5 drops of lime. So what I'm going to do is actually put half and half and then flip over the wick so it gets on both sides. So I'm going to do about 5 drops of Breathe. And just make sure that it's getting right on the wick inside of there. About just 2 drops of lime. Okay, and then I'm just going to flip the wick over and get the other side. Okay, so again, about 4 or 5 drops of Breathe, 2 or 3 drops of lime here. Okay, and I want to make 2 of them because I told you my husband needs one right now for allergy stuff. He loves these things, and his from last year is not sufficient anymore. I will tell you though, they last a long time. When you put this many drops of oil, it lasts a very long time. Months. We can get months out of these. This will last him like pretty much all of this season. What should we call it? Respiratory discomfort due to pollen in the air season. I don't want to use the A word. And then a couple drops. So about 12 to 15 drops total in there is what I like to do. All right, and then you have a little cap, and some of them kind of screw on, some of them just pop into place. Make sure it pops all the way in. One. Some of them are harder than others. Let's pop the other one up, didn't get the other one all the way. There we go. And then it has a little lid. All right, and I have Just Breathe, that's what I call this. I have little labels for those too. If you want to know the size and kind of labels I get, I can post a link. Crinkly, crinkle with 2 E's at the end. They make some great waterproof labels. So I'm going to give one of these away too. I'm going to show you how to use it though. You would just take this cap off. Okay, he won't care, just kidding. Put it in one nostril, close your other nostril, and deeply breathe. Okay. It's amazing how it clears out the sinuses. So this one's for him. I'm gonna put it over to the side so I don't accidentally give away the wrong one, but I do want a label on it for him. So I'm gonna put this one over here. Okay, let me see what comments I've got. Liquid Calm, yes, love that one. We are so forever thankful to Susan Kelly for that recipe. Yes, I will share the labels and the droppers. I will go back and find the link to make sure I get that, the right one. And let's see, any questions? Love inhalers, need to use more often. Yes, okay, I will do that. I will share links later. Okay, so those are just some real easy things if you are new to oils that I highly recommend using. that are really, really easy to make. Now, we're going to get into some other things. A lot of people ask me what I use for all-purpose cleaner. I will be really honest, I like simple and easy. I've tried lots and lots of recipes, okay? So I've done a lot of different things. I forgot to get my tablespoons, teaspoons, and cups out before I got this going. But what I do, because this is an 8-ounce bottle, and our On Guard concentrate says for multi-purpose cleaner to do 2 tablespoons for 24 ounces of water, but to do 3 tablespoons for 24 ounces for bathrooms. I just like the bathroom strength all the time, and this is 8 ounces. So I do 1 tablespoon of On Guard concentrate, and I fill the rest up with distilled, or we have reverse osmosis on tap here, so I do that for the rest. And I do like to add essential oils to it also, additional essential oils. So it just depends on what I'm in the mood for. I have done grapefruit, citrus bliss, Siberian fir. What else have I done? Purify, extra On Guard, just depending on the season and what I feel like doing, eucalyptus. So you can add extra essential oils to that. For 8 ounces, I'd add maybe 10, 12 extra drops of essential oil to that recipe. There are different variations though, so I wanted to tell you about that, and also if you don't have On Guard concentrate, what you could do. So some people like to do, instead of just all water, half water and half vinegar. I've done that a lot and I like it, but my kids do a lot of the cleaning now and they don't like the smell of vinegar. So I stopped doing the vinegar because I want them to clean. Okay, so they do cleaning chores for allowances now. It's wonderful. It's changed my life. Some people also like to use hydrogen peroxide instead of just water. They might add even up to half hydrogen peroxide, or maybe just a tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide. There are so many DIY multi-purpose cleaner recipes out there. I've looked up a lot of them. So hydrogen peroxide is another great cleaning agent. Some people will add some baking soda, probably just like a teaspoon to 8 ounces. So they'll add baking soda in there as well, get a little bit of scrubbing action. So that's a great cleaning agent as well. And if you don't have On Guard concentrate yet, you will love it. Some people even use it as dish soap, but you could use natural dish soap. A couple of my favorite brands of natural dish soap, Eco-Me and Better Life. Okay, a lot of what you can get over the counter in the grocery stores that say natural, they're really not. I'm not going to bag on any brands. There are some brands out there that I previously used. I still probably even have some in my home that say they're all clean. And I will tell you, I have a friend who's in this group. She sells another product, but she has educated me a lot on toxic ingredients. And I was surprised. She has this master list, which she's given me permission to share. So I'm going to be sharing that really soon. She has a master list of all different products for your body and your home, and what toxins to look for in them, which ingredients to look for, and which ones to avoid. And so these are brands that I found out about through her, and I really, really like them. So, okay, any comments there? Yes, adding other essential oils is great. It's really wonderful. And you do use On Guard concentrate for dish soap. That's awesome, Christina. Let us know how it works. And if you do anything else to it, or just use it straight for dish soap. Yes, lemon and On Guard is a great combo too. Okay, so those are some options for your all-purpose cleaner. So you can get busy making that and not have to purchase that anymore. It's way, way overpriced. It's so easy and so effective to make your own. All right, my glass cleaner. I have a 4-ounce bottle for that. Actually, I think I want to have some extra 8-ounce bottles. I just bought some off Aromatools, and I am always running out of my glass cleaner too quickly. So I'm going to make it in a bigger bottle. I just don't have a label here for it. Good thing I'm recording this, right? So I can go back and see what I did if I need to. All right, so you could do, a lot of times I eyeball this. I don't always measure because this is 8 ounces, that's a cup. So the recipe is 1/4 cup vinegar, 1/4 cup rubbing alcohol, and 20 drops of lemon, and top with water. Well, I could just eyeball about 1/4 vinegar, about 1/4 rubbing alcohol, then add my lemon oil. So the key with this, if you want a really good glass cleaner, you do want some type of alcohol. that really is the most effective. I've done just vinegar and water and it does streak. Okay, so I would highly recommend that. I'm going to grab my vinegar here and my Pampered Chef flexible funnel. This is not an advertisement for Pampered Chef. I always say that when people come over because my kitchen is full of Pampered Chef stuff. All right, so like I said, I'm just going to eyeball. I could measure it, but then I'm just dirtying other dishes, right? That's a little bit more than I needed. About a quarter of it, that's all right, vinegar, just plain old distilled white vinegar. Now you have a lot of choices with alcohol. My recipe calls for rubbing alcohol. Guess what? I happen to be out of rubbing alcohol. You could use witch hazel. Most witch hazel has alcohol. You can get alcohol free, and that's what I recommend if you're going to make your own facial toner. But if you're using it for cleaning, you can get witch hazel that has alcohol. You can use, where's my other alcohol? I have isopropyl alcohol around here somewhere. Where I brought it down here. I don't know where it is. I have isopropyl alcohol, but I don't have just plain rubbing alcohol. You can use cheap vodka. Okay, this is bottom shelf stuff. All right, or you can use the really good stuff, Everclear. Okay, this is, I got this for making hand sanitizer actually when everything was going crazy and we thought millions of people were gonna die. I'm not getting into all of that, but I got this so we would have it to sanitize, and it's really great for cleaning. It's kind of an expensive thing to clean with on a regular basis. So, and vodka or rubbing alcohol work just fine for glass cleaners. So I'm going to use, I thought I was going to use isopropyl alcohol, but I think I left it somewhere. I'm going to use cheap vodka. This is really why I have it, honest, because I wouldn't drink this stuff. Okay, so does that look like about half? Yeah, pretty good, right? I do also recommend Norwex cloths, and I have the glass and window cloths, and they are amazing with just water. But I like to clean with this also for when I'm cleaning a lot of glass and mirrors. So 20 drops. All right, and then top it with water. Normally I would just go over to my tap with reverse osmosis water, but I'm going to go ahead and use this. I happen to buy some distilled water for a make and take, and I have some left, so I'm going to use that. And that's it. And this is really fantastic glass mirror cleaner. Usually when you get these, you have to cut them down. So I just put it up against the bottle and I see about where the straw would hit the bottom and I cut it there. I cut that before I went live here. That's simple. Simple glass cleaner, really, really effective. And then I just usually with my cleaners that have oils, I give it just a quick little shake right before I'm going to use it. All right, we're moving right along here. I also have, I don't need to make any right now, so I was just going to show it to you if I can find it. My fruit and veggie wash. I'll show you. Oh, here it is. This is my recipe for it. I made these at a class recently. So just to tell you what is in here, again, about a quarter cup of white vinegar, 12 drops essential oil, and then distilled water. Basically the same thing without alcohol. So very similar to the glass cleaner. You could almost use those interchangeably, but depends if you want to spray your fruit and vegetables down with the version that has alcohol in it. So very simple though. I keep this up by my sink and I spray down apples and different things and then rinse them off with water, and it really gets off any residue or wax or anything that might be on your produce. Okay, and that recipe is in our group too. Okay, let's keep going. Stainless steel cleaner. I just read about this. I'm going to use this littler bottle for that. This lady swears by it, and I have not tried this. So I wanted to give it a shot because she showed a video of herself washing or cleaning off her stainless steel refrigerator. mine really needs it right now. So I thought, why not? I will go ahead and give it a try and see how it works for me as well. So she had, oh, that's the wrong side, teaspoon, actually 2 teaspoons. Is that right? Did her recipe say 1 or 2? No, I don't remember. I wrote down 2, but I was thinking she said 1. I'm gonna trust what I wrote. 2 teaspoons of On Guard concentrate. And then she did Everclear. She swears Everclear is the best stuff for cleaning your stainless steel. So I'm gonna trust that. I haven't actually used this stuff since I bought it. I did make a batch of hand sanitizer with it. So do you guys want to see me make hand sanitizer? I have all this stuff handy. Oh, that's where my isopropyl alcohol is. It's with my hand sanitizer stuff. Okay, so it's just half Everclear and half water. Okay, can't wait to try this. I'll do a before and after of my fridge. It's got sticky fingerprints and nasty stuff on it, so it needs to be cleaned. And then water, and then citrus oils. I'm gonna do Citrus Bliss today. I love Citrus Bliss. Any other Citrus Bliss fans? It is wonderful. I happen to have that in a dropper. And she said 10 drops of citrus. Okay, so we'll see how that works on my fridge and my microwave cover and my front of my oven and dishwasher, all of those things. Okay. Now, I saw this on Oil Hacks. Did you see the Oil Hacks videos doTERRA's been putting out? They are wonderful. I want to try this, so I made myself a note so I don't forget to do it later, to get a microwave safe bowl, fill it with water, and put 3 to 5 drops of lemon oil in it, turn on your microwave for 5 minutes, walk away, come back, and everything inside your microwave, all the grime, everything will just be, you can just wipe it off easily. Sounds cool, right? We got to try that and see how it works. All right. Where did my recipe go? All right, next we're going to do detox bath, if I can find the recipe. Where did it go? I had this all queued up and ready, I swear. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so some reasons you might want to consider a detox bath. It can really help flush toxins out of your body that have built up. It can strengthen your immune system. So this is something a lot of people like to do when they're not feeling well or their kids are not feeling their best. It also promotes sleep and relaxation because of the magnesium in the Epsom salts. Helps muscles and nerves function properly and helps promote concentration. All right, so what I'm going to use is, first of all, Epsom salts. Okay, this is your magnesium. Really good with calming. Well, so I'm going to pour half a cup in, and I got these containers off Aromatools as well, but they're plastic, which is not my favorite. I was kind of in a pinch. I needed a bunch for a make and take, and I knew that people would not want to pay the price of glass. Plus, I was a little concerned about transporting a lot of them to a make and take class, just the weight of them with everything else I was taking. So I got these plastic ones, and I use them for bath salts. It's fine. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is add my essential oils, because I like to disperse those in with the Epsom salts before I add the other ingredients. So I really love AromaTouch in my bath, but I also really like eucalyptus for opening up the sinuses. So I'm going to do about 5 drops of each, 4 or 5. Now, a lot of people have their favorite preferences for a bath. I like Serenity and Wild Orange if it's promoting relaxation. I'm just going to shake that up to mix it. It's probably really loud because Mike is right beside my mic. All right, and then I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of baking soda. I get this big boy from Costco. I use a lot of baking soda. This is going to do a few different things. The baking soda going to help, again, just the oils disperse in there well. But it also is really good to counteract any chemicals that might be in your water. If you've got chlorine, fluoride in your water, baking soda is really good to counteract that. All right. And then I'm going to add a couple tablespoons, or 1 or 2, I'm going to actually just do 1, of the coconut oil. This helps, again, the oils to disperse well, and it helps the essential oils to bind just like it would for putting it on topically. Carry it, we call it carrier, carries it deeper into the tissue. But the essential oils that way will not, sorry, you can't see me stirring, will not evaporate out. They've got that heavier, molecularly heavy carrier oil to bind to. Okay, and that's it. All right, so since it does have the coconut oil in it, I wouldn't soak your hair in it. It just makes your hair greasy. So I usually put my hair up, or just separately wash the kids' hair if we're going to do a detox bath. Let me see if there's any other instructions. You want to stay in at least 20 minutes for this to really be effective, to get all those benefits. And your pores are wide open after you've done this. So be careful what you're using. Very clean, natural soaps or other things that you're putting on your skin. No icky chemicals. I did get this recipe from Roxanne also, who is the one I told you has the master list of toxic ingredients I'm going to share soon. And it can make you really thirsty. So make sure you drink a lot of water before and after. And again, magnesium promotes the sleep aspect. So it's good to do at nighttime. So you could do about half of this, about a 1/4 cup. If you're experiencing illness and you really want to nip that in the bud, or you've got any symptoms, I would do the whole thing. Honestly, that is not too much for one person for a bath. Okay, if you're really wanting the detox effect. So I guess I could have made twice as much for this size container, but that way I will have it for next time we need it. Or maybe I'll just have an excuse to take a bath tonight since I made it already, right? Okay, that is the detox bath. Salts. Okay, I'm gonna see what time it is. All right, I think I have time. There's 2 new things I've never made before that I thought I might try, and we can see how it goes. I have never made dishwasher tablets. Have you done that? I have used liquid, I've used pods in my dishwasher. It's really hard to find ones that don't have ingredients that I really don't want in my body, and knowing that some of the residue, even after a rinse cycle, will stay on the dishes. I've really kind of been after an all natural recipe. A lot of the dishwasher pod recipes or dishwasher soap recipes have borax or a super washing soda, and I was really trying to avoid those. So let me see what questions I have. Oh, if you don't have a bath, yes, you could do a foot detox soak in a bucket. I would do probably no more than a 1/4 cup of that. Oh, you reuse the glass ghee containers. That is great for DIYs. Yeah, I've got leftover jars. I should have just used one of those for that recipe. Okay, so dishwasher tablets. I'm going to move on to that. I'm not looking on Facebook at the questions there right now. I will look later after I finish making everything. All right, so this came from doTERRA's blog. Have you guys been over to doTERRA's blog, where they have tons of great recipes, really great stuff. So I am going to whip this up, and you're going to be super jealous when you see these. I can't get these for you. These came out in Europe's holiday collection, not this last December, but the year before. And I got some of these and I've never used them. Is that not ridiculous? Okay, they're so cute though. Look at these. They're the perfect shape and size for a dishwasher pod, and I've just never used them. You could also use other silicone baking molds. You could also use just a regular ice cube tray. This might be a little large for some people's dishwasher soap compartment. You might want to double check that. So those are some ways that you can use that. But you can also just put vinegar and a few drops of lemon oil in the rinse cycle instead of using the harsh chemical rinse aids. I do that a lot. We just put vinegar and lemon oil in the rinse compartment. But for actual washing, here is the recipe. Grab my mixing bowl. We have 1 cup of baking soda. I really liked that the ingredients in this particular recipe were ones I can feel good about putting in my dishwasher. 1/4 cup citric acid, which I forgot to cut open. Just tear it open. A lot of citric acid. I didn't realize the bag was this big when I ordered it. I was not sure it would even get here on time, so I didn't know if I was going to make this. What else you can use citric acid for? You can make bath bombs. They're really fun to make. I've done that before, and I thought I had some citric acid left over somewhere, but I think it got lost when we moved. I cannot find it anywhere. So I ordered some more. 1/4 cup citric acid. And a tablespoon of On Guard cleaner concentrate. I did read another recipe. You could use natural dish soap if you wanted. Use the On Guard concentrate. And 5 drops of grapefruit oil. Doesn't that sound wonderful? I love grapefruit. Okay, so put this to the side. That's it. It's not super simple. So mix it up. Reading the recipe here. Mix together until it's an even consistency, and then place it in your silicone molds. Let it sit for 4 hours and store in an airtight container. That would be a great way to use your jars that you've got left over from different things that you purchased. They come in glass jars. Once these are hardened and set, you can just pop them into a jar. I'm going to show you what the consistency looks like. I'm not going to have you watch me put them into my mold. Well, maybe just one. It smells so good. Love that. And I'm curious how much. I think it's probably about 1/2 tablespoon. I was wondering, maybe Verna, our Pampered Chef lady here, can tell us. I was wondering if, by chance, if you were just to use one of these, I don't know what it's called, I'm sorry, it's an Awesome Scooper, that's what I call it, the Awesome Scooper. I have 2 different sizes. I use this when I'm making cookies. I scoop it out and then you just squeeze it to release it. But I was wondering if you could do that. If you could, oh look, looks like it would work. And then you could just do it on like wax paper or something and let it harden like that. Wow, that'd be cool, huh? I think that would work well if you don't have ice cube trays or something else. Okay, so I'm gonna put it, I think maybe it's about a full tablespoon. Yeah, into, so if you're trying to figure out how much it would take to put into your dishwasher compartment, I think it will harden, so I wouldn't recommend just leaving it in this powdery form and then scooping it out when you need it. I think you do need to shape it somehow. That is not going to be cute. I have a little O on the other side. Okay, I'm not going to do all those right now. I'm going to wait. But I cannot wait to see how those work. I have been wanting to make dishwasher pods for forever, and this is what motivated me to do it. This is the real motivation behind doing this, is so that you could have to watch me do it, and I would have to have the motivation to make myself do it. And let's see if there's any other directions. Store in an airtight container. Use in dishwasher in place of store-bought dishwasher tablets. Oh, and then they did add the tip on the recipe on doTERRA's blog to add white vinegar to the rinse aid department in your dishwasher along with lemon oil, and your glass will come out sparkling. Isn't that great? Okay, it is 3:45. I think I have time for one last thing. I have made laundry detergent different ways. I've made it with liquid Castile soap. I've made it with the bar soap that you have to grate a whole bar of soap, and then it makes a 5-gallon enormous jug. Works really well. It's time consuming to make. I haven't done it in a while. I've also used doTERRA's On Guard laundry soap. That was perfect when we lived in an RV for 2 years because it's compact, it's very concentrated. I usually still add at least a splash of that to every load of laundry that I'm doing, but I also use homemade laundry detergent. So I was going to try a different recipe that I have not tried before because I read about it. Where did I find it? doTERRA's website? I can't remember now, but it has Castile soap, baking soda, kosher salt, hot water, and then lavender and purify, and you whisk it all together. And then it says to store it in glass jars, which I do have extras of, or empty jugs if you have those. So I thought that I would do that. And I will just take a few minutes and then I will tell you how you can enter to win some of the things I'm giving away today, okay? Let's see how many cups. This one is 16 cups. And I have 10 cups of water plus Castile soap, baking soda. I think I'm just going to turn on my water, get it hot, while I mix up some of the other things. Okay. So Castile soap, you can get Dr. Bronner's if you have a big guy of it. But a friend of mine who's got children with allergies pointed out to me that there's usually hemp and sometimes even shea in Castile soap. And so if you've got a lot of nut allergies in your family, then that wouldn't be safe. So I found one that's nut-free, and I haven't used it yet, but it got great reviews on Amazon. It's called Quinn's Castile soap. It's really allergy friendly. Okay, so any Castile, I do believe, is going to still have coconut. So my mom is, yep, she's allergic to coconut. So of all things, she can't use it. This one still has hemp oil. I know I saw one that did not have hemp because I know that was an allergen concern for a friend of mine. But I usually use Dr. Bronner's. Let me see if my water's hot. Yep. I'm going to get my 10 cups of water going over there. And I'm going to do my cup of Castile soap. This is what I wash my dog with too, by the way, when I give him a bath. Castile soap. And sometimes I add some essential oils. Usually though, I spray him with an insect repellent. I'll have to make that another time. I know we're getting to that point when people want to know about bug spray. So I'll have to make that on video another time. Okay, so I have a cup of Castile soap. Probably should have done the baking soda first because now my cup is wet, but I'll just use my half cup twice. Baking soda, also 1 cup. And kosher salt. So those are all equal measurements. 10 cups of hot water. And then 40 drops of essential oil. Now this suggests lavender and purify. So I'm sure that you could do whatever you prefer. Lavender is always real nice and calming and smells really fresh in laundry. I do that on my wool dryer balls a lot. Or purify. I usually put purify in the rinse aid with, or the rinse compartment of the clothes washer with some white vinegar. That is my softener. I don't use softener. And then I put the wool dryer balls in the dryer, and sometimes I put oil on there, but that never lasts. I'm going to try, if you're in the oil usage group, a couple days ago I shared doTERRA's Made in a Minute. I have loved those videos too. And they showed a brilliant idea of cutting up like some cloth into small pieces, like little rectangles, putting it in a jar, covering it with, I think it was just water, and then adding the essential oils. And then every time just throwing one of those cloths into the dryer with your wet clothes. I'm going to try that and see if the smell works better. Has anyone tried that yet? Comment if you have. Okay, got to grab my kosher salt. I was not sure if I was going to get to this recipe. Didn't know how long it would take to do all the others. Okay, so cup of that also. I will let you know how this works very soon. I'm to the point where I need some laundry detergent anyway. And my 10 cups of hot water and my 40 drops of oil. I'm going to bring this down here so I don't splash my computer. And look, this is something else that came from the Europe catalog. This is upside down. They had a whole cooking set, and I have a team member who was able to get some of the European holiday items for some people. Isn't that wonderful? Okay. Yeah, they sometimes have different things. Last year's, they didn't have anything I really wanted, but this cooking stuff, I keep hoping they'll bring to the US market sometime. It was so fun. There was an apron and some different sizes of those silicone molds. Okay, so get that all mixed together. You do Purify. So the last thing, better count, huh? This is 20 drops. The last thing I'm going to give away is a bottle of Purify. It is really great for overcoming smells. You can put some on a cotton ball, put them in stinky shoes. Like I said, I put it in my laundry. This is lavender. And you can, there's so many things. You can put it in a car that has a smell. If you buy something used that smells, Purify is just great for overcoming those. I actually put some in my bug spray because it is a good bug repellent. I know my mom hates Purify. She absolutely hates the smell of it. So there's other options if you don't like it, but I like it mixed with other things. It's very citrusy. What is it in it that some people don't like? Does it have citronella, or not citronella, cilantro, I think is what it is. Lemon, Siberian fir, citronella, lime. I smell the lime very strongly. Tea tree and cilantro. It's the cilantro some people just cannot handle. Did you know that's a genetic thing? You either love or hate cilantro. Some people genetically have something where it makes it taste like soap. Isn't that funny? I love cilantro. Okay, so I'll put that into jars later. So my giveaways here are the Liquid Calm Roller, made at the beginning, the Tummy Tamer Roller, the Just Breathe Nasal Inhaler, and a new bottle of Purify. So I have 4 things to give away. Here's how you can enter to win. Either on the Zoom, I will record your response. This is not for anyone obviously watching the recording on YouTube, but if you're in the oil usage group and you're watching the recording of the live there, you can enter there too until I turn off commenting. So basically, if you're able to enter a comment, you can comment and enter to win. I'm probably going to let this run for about 48 hours. So the way that you could enter is after you've watched the video, I want you to tell me what are some class topics you want me to cover, because I am having a lot of fun doing these online classes, but I want to know what you want to know more about. So I'm looking ahead to May. It's April 28th now, and I need to plan my May classes. So what would you like? Would you have a specific health topic or concern? I know it might be hard to word it compliantly, so if you don't know how to do that, just comment with the non-compliant version, and I may have to delete your comment later, but I'll record that and I'll figure out how to say it compliantly. So if you have a health concern or issue, if there's a general natural living concept or something like that that you want, go ahead and comment. What is a topic you would love to learn more about? How to use essential oils to help with fill in the blank. Or if there's something you would love to know how to make, then I could probably find a recipe and figure out how to make it. Something else I've thought about doing, I've talked to our usage group admins about this, is having a bingo night for our group. So would you like to do that? So again, all you have to do to enter to win, and I will do the drawing for one of these 4 items in the next couple of days, probably the last day of the month on April 30th about this time. Just what are some topics you'd like to cover? Or if you don't know of any topics, just say I'd love to have a bingo night, and we can just call that an entry, okay? All right, so I'm gonna stop the streaming to Facebook, thank you all for joining me. This was fun. And maybe I'll do this more often, just as I need to make up stuff. I'll go ahead and do it on video. It'll motivate me again to make and to try some new things, and also just show you some ways that I use my essential oil products that I make, my DIY stuff in my everyday life. All right, I'm going to stop the live stream. So I'll see you over, well, actually I'm not. I'm just going to stop the recording. So thank you if you joined later on YouTube. Reach out to me if you need any help or if I can answer any questions for you.